I am here with
Nick.
Nick.
Forgot to wear my name tag. So.
Yeah, well, Nick and I talked yesterday, but I want everybody to know who Nick is. So Nick, tell me where you're from.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Awesome. And this is your first experience with Erik Dalton, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've been talking to people about what their experience is, what their takeaways, their impressions. Tell me what's been your biggest impression this weekend so far.
Man, I mean, this isn't terribly specific, but I mean, just the fact that there is so much more to this field than I ever realized, and there's so much emphasis on the bones, even far more than I ever realized there would be. And so I think that's my biggest takeaway is like, it's not just, like, oh, let's see what we can do with the muscles. It's like, oh, how do the muscles and the nerves and the bones, like even more emphasis on the bones than I expected. That's probably my biggest takeaway.
I see your eyes lighting up,
Yeah.
like you're hungry for more, right? Is
Yeah.
that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, this ain't gonna be my last workshop.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, awesome. So since this isn't going to be your last workshop, if there was someone out there that was thinking about taking one of these workshops, what would you tell them about your experience?
Oh, it's worth everything. The time, the money, like any headache that you could possibly have coming to one of these things. I mean, it's honestly worth. I'm having a hard time with words.
Hey, no worries.
Haven't finished my coffee yet, so, but it's worth every little bit of any of that. I was second guessing everything along the way. I'm like, man, it's like, you know what I mean? Like what, like. I mean, is it going to be worth everything that I'm putting into this, because, it's, I mean, not even just money, like, I mean, time, it's taking so much time for me to come here and do this, and it's absolutely worth every bit of it, and not even just with Erik Dalton, but with everybody that he has here helping him, because I mean, Art Riggs is, in my opinion, kind of the hidden gem of this whole thing, because he's listed on everything, but he takes so much of his own personal time in between every single break and to individually show you things and teach you. And I mean, the guy's a legend, so I mean,
one of my favorites. Yeah. So
and,
you said Ohio, right?
Yep.
Is there one thing in specific that you're going to bring back to Ohio with you? That you could think of?
I mean, I don't know if I would say even one thing specific. I mean, I'm really trying to bring everything that I can back with me. I'm going to be, continuing everything, because I mean, you can't really take one specific thing with this, because I mean, some of the best things that I'm focusing on with this, because I mean, it's head to toe, but I mean, there's some real good stuff with the hips, real good stuff with the shoulder, and then real good stuff with the neck. And it's like, if you stick with those things, then the smaller stuff that's kind of added with it makes it a little bit easier, but you really can't just take one thing away from this at all. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for taking a couple minutes to talk with me. Is there anything that you wanted to say that I didn't ask you about?
I mean, just trust me. Go for it.
There you go.
It's worth it.
You heard it right here.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we are here with
Melissa.
And Melissa is from
Manhattan, Kansas.
Manhattan, Kansas.
The Little Apple.
And tell me, Melissa, how many times have you participated in an Erik Dalton workshop?
This has been my second one.
Second time.
Yep.
So we've been talking to people about their experience with an Erik Dalton workshop. Tell me what's been your biggest takeaway so far from the weekend.
I think the biggest takeaway for me this weekend is going to be the neck work, because I find so often that my hands get sore when I'm sitting there and I'm coming up underneath, and being able to come from above and have them do the work instead of me. It's a game changer.
Awesome.
Because like I didn't walk out doing that 15 minutes of work going, oh God,
right.
Because that's normally what I spend on the neck anyway, is 15 minutes, because it's the money shot right there.
That's right.
It's where everybody's like, I hold it right here.
Right.
So
So tell me, what's been your favorite part of this weekend so far, whether it be workshop wise or just being out on the town?
I think it's the camaraderie and being able to network and finding the people all over the United States, to where you're like, dude, if I'm in your area, or even people finding you going, oh, you're in Kansas? I have this friend who's looking for somebody. Now I have somebody to send him to, and so it's things like that, like with Scott, like we lived in Columbus for 3 years and I didn't know he was this close to me.
Everybody's been talking about that sense of community here.
Yes.
Every single person I've talked to has talked about that.
But
sense
it's
of
true.
community.
It's one of the biggest things about like massage therapists, because we're so touchy-feely. We have that connection to people.
Absolutely. So, if you were to describe a weekend to somebody with Erik Dalton, who has never been to one of his workshops, how would you describe it?
Mind-blowing. It's completely mind-blowing. Like, you learn so much, you take so much away, and then you're just able to you make connections on certain things where you're like, why didn't I ever think about doing that before?
Yeah.
And so then you explain it to somebody else. You're like, I used to do it this way, and now I do it this way, and my clients walk away happier. So it's just to be able to cater to your clients and cater to yourself as well, and prolong that time frame where you can actually do your massage.
What would you call what's probably your biggest impression of the weekend? What impressed you the most?
Honestly, how much they put it together for being 2 years of being able to do this and being into a new arena. Like, we've never been in this place before, and it seems like it's gone flawlessly for them, and I really hope that it has.
Yeah, it is a fantastic weekend. So thank you for taking a couple minutes to talk to me. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you wanted to share?
No, you're doing a great job. Thanks,
Hey,
Ben.
thank you.
Mr. Awesome in Training.
Awesome in Training, yeah.